Good morning, it's Jane. On today's motivational weight loss tips or whatever we're calling this thing, I'll decide eventually. We're going to talk about some more habits, things that will help you create healthy habits a little bit easier. Now, some of these are going to be repeats of others, but take it with a grain of salt. It's going to be a short one today. But as always, let's start out with the medical disclaimer. Always check with your physician before starting any exercise program or diet regimen. Information here is my personal research into different health topics and is not to be considered health advice. Okay. They call these 7 practical tips. Let me get a drink. To make your weight loss efforts a bit of a success. So let's get into it. Ready to learn how to stay motivated to lose weight no matter what life throws at you? Here are 7 tips, practical tips that will help make your weight loss efforts a success. Now keep in mind, some of these may be an absolute repeat of others. Find your why. There we go. That seems to be the number one reason that they tell you to help you, is you need to find your why. You're going to fall off track with your weight loss goals because you don't have a strong driving force. You'd think that it's because you want to look fabulous at your 10-year, 30-year, 20-year reunion, whatever it is, but that's not strong enough emotional pull for you to help you through things when things get challenging. So you need to dig deep to truly understand what your motivation for losing weight is. Maybe it's you just want to fit in, be fit enough to play with your kids, or because you want to be a good example for them. Maybe your unique why so you can achieve your bucket list of swimming the English Channel. However, usually your true weight loss why will align with your values and the things in life that matter most to you. Keep those in front of your mind, and staying motivated will make it a lot easier. You know, for me, because I'm older, I want to live longer. I am enjoying life. I want to be able to see grandchildren have babies. So great-grandchildren are a great motivation. But I also want to be able to play with those kids, to be able to move, to stay safely in my own home. So those are some great motivators for someone like me. And as always, they tell you to start small. It's easy to look at all the inspiration that you want on social media and feel like you have to overhaul your whole life in one day. No, you don't have to do that. Do it small. Maybe it's just you're going to add a salad to your meal every other day. You know? Who knows? Maybe it may be that you're going to figure out that you have one unhealthy habit that you do every single day of your life, and that is you do some mindless eating. So maybe that's what you're going to focus on. Stopping that mindless eating, stopping and saying, why do I want to eat this? Am I hungry? Am I truly hungry? Or is it fulfilling some other need within me? So keep that in mind. And you're going to find that if you're trying to change everything over all at once, you know, all of a sudden, instead of eating your normal foods, that you're going to go hog wild, all healthy, you may find that a bit overwhelming. Some of you may be able to handle this. I can't. So I do things in smaller steps. Okay? Like one of the things that I've started doing when I make nachos for myself. You know, that's a meal for me. So first thing I did was learn to make smaller portions. Okay? The next step that I did was to change out some of those ingredients. Instead of chips, now I use things like sweet potatoes. Yeah, sweet potatoes. Or bell peppers. You know, cut up some of those different colored bell peppers. Use those as your chips instead. Alrighty, I've changed my eating to a little bit healthier way. Remember, by trying to do multiple things that you're changing at once is not sustainable. It's not realistic. It's going to make it harder for you to focus on changing your lifestyle. These are lifestyle changes, folks. They're not just to get a few pounds off and then go back to the old way. Because guaranteed, if you go back to the old way, you're going to gain it all back. And I am going to tell you, I had a friend who had bariatric surgery. She lost a great deal of weight. Then she started gaining back the weight. What she found is she had gone back to eating some of the old way that she was eating because she thought, oh, I've lost the weight. Well, she's realized she needs to stop that and has changed those habits again and is now looking at her whole lifestyle as a change and as eating healthier. So maybe one week you're just trying to add more water in your day. Add an extra glass of water to your day while you're doing it. Maybe it's you want to see how well you've been doing, so you're going to post a picture to a community group. Let them see those non-scale victories. You know, sometimes we think the scale holds all the answers, whether we are truly losing weight or not, and it doesn't always. You know, and I will give an example here. There have been times that I have been so frustrated because the scale has not moved. And one of you lovely people has said, wow, I can see the weight loss in your face. You're looking great. You're looking good. You look healthier. You look happier. Those are little motivational tips that we can see with one another. Now, those little things may seem tiny, but they do help in the long run. You're going to be surprised how over long term, those small changes you make as you go will make a long-lasting impact in your life. All right, try using SMART goals. Not all goals are created equal. So sometimes we set some vague, wishy-washy rules like goals. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. Okay. When? Over the next 40 years? That's kind of wishy-washy, isn't it? There is a goal-setting system, and it is called the SMART goal method. And it's classic. And it affects, you can use it for almost any aspect in your life. And the SMART, it's S-M-A-R-T, what each letter stands for, they're very specific, and it stands for 1. Specific. How will I know when I have achieved my goal? Is there a clear outcome? So the S is specific. M is measurable. What metrics will I use to measure my progress towards those goals? A, attainable. Can I reasonably achieve this goal with the resources I have right now? R, relevant. Does this goal align with my core values? That has to do with your why. Okay, remember that. T, time bound. Have I clearly defined the time frame in which I will accomplish my goals? Evaluating your goal against that criteria is going to help your weight loss journey immensely. And I will list that acronym down below and what it means with everything there so that you can copy that off and maybe put it in your journal. I mean, I have it in my journal. It helps. Find an exercise buddy. Even if it's your TV. Look at it like this. On YouTube, many of us can watch YouTube on our TVs or even turn our, computers around to watch. get an exercise, consider all those people walking along with you or doing the exercise as your buddies if you don't actually have one. The other thing is find an exercise buddy. Maybe it's someone you love or someone that wants to get some goals and get healthier themselves. So find those people in your lives and stick to them. And of course, remember, everything's a lot more fun with friends. Not only can the working out make it a more enjoyable process, it's also going to help keep you accountable. Those of you that are older, look to your senior centers. Many of them have exercise programs, whether it's just to help keep you more flexible, stronger, so that you don't fall. But many of these have some great exercise programs in themselves. Look at weight loss gyms. Many of us, our insurance will pay for healthcare plans. Will pay for part of that gym membership if need be. There's also, YMCs around you. There is a park that's near me. I walk down there anytime and find someone to walk with. And no, I don't always know the person, but it's a great way to meet people. So there's that. There is a study that was done in the U.S. that found that people that have a support of a buddy are more likely to lose weight. We are social species. We hate letting other human beings down. So we're far less likely to cancel that 8 a.m. workout if we know our friend is waiting on us. Yep. So schedule that walk with your friend, someone, or gather the girls for a dance class. Don't have like-minded friends to exercise with? Consider booking sessions with professionals or coaches, or join an online community of people working towards their weight loss goals. You're going to be able to cheer each other on and share the challenges and the journey itself. Here's the number one key as well. Find a plan that fits your lifestyle. Okay? The best weight loss program is one that effortlessly slips into your daily routine. So if you're a night owl, quit bullying yourself into doing 5 a.m. workouts, since that's not a good idea for you. Or if you're a big foodie who likes to eat out a lot, prepackaged diet meals likely won't cut it. So maybe you're not even a fan of working out. I'm no fan of working out, I'll tell you that. No problem. You don't necessarily even need exercise to lose weight. But it helps. I'll tell you that, it helps. Rather than trying to fit a square into a circle, think about how you can make your weight loss plan work for you. So combine some of those things with your own personalized weight loss program to make your success inevitable. That is the important thing, is to find what works for you. I have a girlfriend who wants to start exercising more. But here's her schedule. She gets up early, gets her kids to school, does all kinds of things. She gets to work like about 8 a.m., gets off about 5, She has a Bible study on one night. The next night she has a different Bible study. The next night she's part of Awana. That leaves her Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So she can fit in some extra time there. But in the meantime, she's working Monday through Friday. And she found that one thing she likes to do is she likes doing a spin class. And we were talking about setting some of those goals. And I said to her, well, do they have a spin class on the weekends that maybe you can go to? She said possibly. She hadn't really checked into it. So she's going to look into that to see if there is at the gym that she was going to. She said the other thing is she found that she was more accountable when she was paying for the gym to go, because otherwise she felt like she was wasting her money. So maybe that's how you make yourself more accountable. Plus, she made a lot of friends in the spin class. And as always, here's another one. Celebrate your successes. We've seen that before, haven't we? We've seen that quite often, to celebrate that success. It's important, whether it's a big one, small one, or whatever. Yeah. Sorry about that. I had to go answer the phone. All right. Research does show that if you celebrate those small wins, you're more likely to get your bigger goals in the long term. And it's important to make smaller goals, to break them into smaller milestones so that you can take a moment to high-five yourself. So consider that. So if out of 5 days you only hit the gym 2, consider that a win. Remember to fill out your food diary. Maybe it's you want to sneak in some more greens for a meal. Give yourself a pat on the back. Even reward yourself time to time with something healthy, preferably. This sets yourself up for positive feedback on your goals, those kind of things. Now, I will tell you, I was not a real big fan of sweet potatoes, but I like that, what I was telling you with the nachos that I did, switching over to sweet potatoes. When you slice those thin, you bake them, and then you top them with your meat toppings and everything. They're tasty. I can handle that. But I was never a big fan of sweet potatoes. I am growing to like them more, but because I have started adding them into my diet routine. And I don't go for the frozen sweet potato fries. I think they have a lot of gunk in them, and you don't need that. Also, keep in mind that you need to plan for setbacks and plateaus. You are going to have ups and downs and sometimes sideways steps, and that's just a natural part of life. Think about everything that you do in your life. Sometimes things are ups, sometimes things are downs. Sometimes they take a sidestep you didn't expect for it to happen. So, even though you find it frustrating, remember, they do not take away from the progress you've already made. It's just a bump in the road. It's not a stop sign. It's just a bump in the road, okay? It's your ability to get back on track quickly that's going to determine whether you are successful or not in the long run. Maybe that you got sick and didn't expect it. Be kinder to yourself. Take time out to get well again. And keep in mind, not every aspect of your weight loss goal is going to be that weight loss journey is in our control. You know, I have genetic factors in me that play into my health. I do have some Native American in my background, German, English, you name it. And one of my in background is there are some certain things that happen disease-wise that I have no control over. So, however, that doesn't mean that I cannot continue on progress, on track, and keep at it as always. Those are some ways that you can consider doing things. It's also going to help you, most likely in the long run, get better at it. You know, be a little stronger at working out those goals so that the next time you have a setback, it's easier to get back on track. All right, guys, that is it for today. As always, be a little kinder to yourself. Love one another. I'll see you again soon. Bye.